What's going on, everybody? Coach Lovett here. Today, I have a special treat for you guys. Sorry, I stumbled over my word. I've been out of school for a couple months. I'm trying to get back into my flow. But we have my man, Mike G here, AKA Mrdoitmoving, coming all the way from Cali to cold Cleveland. Like, he had to pack a winter jacket for the first time in his life, I think. So I'm going to warm him up in the gym today. So we had connected over Instagram. He actually responded back, yes, even though he is big time, he responded back to me. And we sat and had coffee. First time I had coffee in a while, and breakfast at the same time. But we connected. So today we're going to be taking him through some basketball workouts, and we're going to be, feeding off each other in the weight room, but also he's going to be talking about some of the things on the court that you can be doing to make yourself a better athlete, especially if you have bad ankle problems, the ankle mobility, which we talk about, the knee problems, the knee mobility. So we're going to be getting into all that. So stay tuned. As always, apply pressure.
One of the things that you mentioned was your knees, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing you want to do whenever you have someone in front of you that has knee pain is run them through a quick baseline. What movements hurt them? What movements cause them pain? So the first thing we're going to do is you're just going to put your hands on this bench. Okay, your feet are going to be in a narrow base. You're going to lift your heels up, and then all you're going to do is just drive your knees towards the mat. Woo. Yep. And once you get to that end range, you're going to just stand up. So now that you have an understanding of how you're going to execute this exercise, just listen to what you feel.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to have you work in and out of that, nice and slow. You don't have to move no quicker than what you are. And then just tell me the experience at the knee joint. What do you feel? Do you feel achiness? Do you feel pain? Do you feel sharp pain? Do you feel nothing? What do you feel?
So I feel pain once I get into that low position. So right about here is when it starts.
Okay.
All the way to right there. Down there it doesn't hurt.
Perfect.
It's just right here in that middle range right there.
Second question is, where on the knee do you feel the pain? Below the kneecap, above the kneecap, underneath the kneecap?
Right there in my patella, yeah.
Okay, so your patellar tendon. And then third question, both equally or one more than the other?
Both equally.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I think without image and without getting to know you further, common pathology, patellar tendinosis.
Right.
So one of the contributions to that is tight quads. Basketball is a very quad dominant sport. Do you do any quad stretching? If you do not, then that's the first thing that we're gonna address. So
not as much as I should.
Every day, right? So we have a program in our app called EDDs, Everyday Drill. EDD stands for Everyday Drill. This would be an EDD for you.
Okay.
All right, so all you're gonna do is put one foot on the wood and then the other knee down on the mat. Now, basketball players aren't really akin to putting their knees on soft surfaces or rather hard surfaces. So if you have to, you can double the mat up.
I was gonna say,
which is not abnormal at all with you people.
Woo, there we go.
All right, much better, right? So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna push your foot forward, stretch this hip by dropping. Yep, you feel that? Now just put this hand here. So I'm assuming that you will not be able to grab your left foot with your right hand, but I want you to try. Grab your left foot with your right hand. No, literally behind you.
Oh, back?
Yep, but you gotta keep that left hand down.
Oh,
so you gotta pull your left foot up, right? There you go. Perfect.
There we go. Shout out to Angie, my yoga teacher.
Shout out, Angie. Now you wanna drive your hip down, and you'll feel something happening, right? You either feel your hip flexor or your quad or both.
Yeah, I feel my quad more than my hip flexor, but yeah, I feel.
Now, one of the things that we understand about stretching is that if we sit into this position or utilize this position over time, you will lengthen tissue.
Okay.
Right? We know that.
Right.
However, mobility isn't sticky unless you contract the muscles that are being lengthened.
Okay.
One more time. Mobility doesn't stay or maintain unless you use or contract the muscles being stretched. So if your quad is being stretched, how would you contract it in this position?
So
Think about that. Yes, go ahead.
So I'm squeezing my hamstring, or am I going to squeeze my quad while I'm doing it?
Squeezing your quad is not a wrong answer, but I got a better way. All you got to do is kick into your right hand as hard as you can.
Okay,
and you feel your quad fire right away, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna just guide you forward a little bit more. And then once you feel that stretch, start kicking into your left knee, or your right hand, I'm sorry, with like 80 to 90% effort, and hold that for 20 seconds. So this is where that yoga practice comes into play, where the breathing, because breathing is gonna help you relax, but at the same time, you're still firing that left quad by kicking into your hand, correct?
Correct.
You're gonna do that for 20 seconds. Ooh. Okay, let's say 20 seconds has surpassed. Relax the contraction, but keep hold of the foot.
Okay.
Drop your hip a little lower and pull your heel a little bit closer to your butt, and you got a little more length there.
Yeah.
And now, you would hold this position for about 40 seconds and repeat the process.
Okay.
Okay, so let's imagine 40 seconds is up. What are we gonna do? Kick into the hand. Ready, go. Kick hard. Kick hard. About 80 to 90% contraction, effort-wise. Holding strong with this right hand. Firing the left quad, but at length. 10, 9, 8, 7. Now, here's the kicker, the final finishing touch. Maybe the camera comes over here. You're gonna let go of your hand or your foot, but you're gonna try and keep your heel to your butt. Slow, keep it, yep. Pull your heel to your butt, pull. Keep pulling hard. Fire that hamstring, yeah, pull. 5, 4, pull 3, don't let that gap open, 2, and relax, good job.
Oh man, yo, that was.
So, obviously you gotta do both sides, take a small break, and then try and get into the other leg.
That was honestly like more than any workout that, I mean, even like in college and stuff, like that was more than anything I felt like. That stretch right there was harder than anything. Yeah. Like I could feel it. And that's something like when you haven't used a muscle or something like in that way, like you're gonna feel it like that. Like I'm gonna be sore. Probably tomorrow.
More or less in your hamstring than anywhere, but the goal is we're gonna retest that movement we started with, and we're gonna see if the pain mitigated. And if it did, then there's an instant solution for you every single day.
Right, the EDD.
The EDD.
I like it.
And it's in our app. Go check our app out, gbg hoops.
gbg hoops. Make sure y'all really, honestly, if you have knee pain and stuff,
that's right. It's the best ability. Availability. So I don't care how good you are, if you're not available, you don't matter. And it's just that simple. So once again, we call these acute variables. Basically, they speak to time, load, effort, XYZ. So the time in the passive stretch, meaning you're not kicking, is 40 to 60 seconds. Drive that hip down. Right there. You see how that changed the stretch?
Yeah.
So he's holding this for 40 to 60 seconds. Nice big stretch in the right hip / right quad. Maybe open up this shoulder a little bit more to get it more into thoracic rotation. Let's say 60 seconds has surpassed. Now what's the next step?
Kick into it.
Kick into it. Ready, go. So when I say kick into it, he's literally trying to straighten his right knee, but his left hand is preventing that. So he's kind of, it's almost a fight within his own body. That time under tension is only 20 seconds, but lots of effort. I almost want to see people shaking. That's how much effort it takes. There it is. Yes, sir.
So what about, I got a slight pain in my patella right now. Like, not that it's hindering, but.
So we always want to listen to pain. Now, if it's tolerable and it doesn't feel sharp, then you can kind of work through it.
Okay.
But if it's like
unbearable,
then yes, we don't work through pain. Okay, 20 seconds is up now. You push the hip down a little bit deeper and you try to get more into the range.
Okay.
Once again, 40 to 60 seconds in the passive moment. Pretty good. One of the main things that we like to coach while we're in our passive moment is breathing. Exactly. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose actually taps into the part of the brain that's responsible for relaxation, which is why that's so important, why it's such a huge practice in yoga. Because yoga is all about being in tune with your mind and body, right?
Right. Channeling your thoughts
right.
and focus. Yep.
Okay, 50 seconds up, last contraction, 20 seconds, go. 20, 19, 18, breathe, 17, stay calm, but lots of effort. 5, 4, remember what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and peel the heel to the butt. And slowly let go, but keep that heel close to the glute. Pull, hamstring, hamstring, pull, pull, pull. This is another 20 seconds, pull, come on, close this gap. Close that gap, close that gap, fire, fire, fire. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Very good. Last one that I'm going to show you before we retest. So now we're going to go into this kneeling position. And we're just going to sit on our heels. Let's see what that looks like for you. Which, actually, you got pretty good length. Like, most basketball players can't even sit down. There's like a imaginary block right here. But you can actually get your heels down. It's probably due to your yoga practice.
Probably, but that stretch definitely just helped, like, right now.
So now the exercise is called the reverse Nordic. Once again, in the app. Go check that out. Drive the hips through. Okay, now, what you want to think about is you want to kind of lean back, like Neo in the Matrix.
Okay.
But without dropping your butt down. So you're going to sit back, squeeze your glutes as hard as you can, and get as far as you can without pain. And once you get there, squeeze those glutes. Once you get there, hold. No, hold. Yep. I'm gonna come coach you a little bit. I'm gonna push down with your hips, and there you go, right there. You should feel tension through your quads, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, the more range, the better, but everyone has their limitations. If this is where you're at, we're gonna stay there.
Yep.
So right now, the athlete is just squeezing glutes, protecting the lower back, and then just trying to inch further and further back. It's reverse Nordic because traditional Nordic attacks the hamstrings. Woo! Now, the goal is about a minute. So that's something that we can work up to as we get better.
So hips down a little bit.
Hips forward.
Hips
Squeeze
forward.
the glutes and then drop. There you go. Hold, hold, hold. There you go. So again, the whole idea of active lengthening is the concept.
Okay.
The quad muscles are long, but they're also contracting.
Okay.
And that's the key to make mobility sticky.
Man.
Go ahead and pop up. All I want you to do now is just walk to half court, walk back, just to get the blood circulated.
Yeah, I feel this. Definitely feel this.
You really were big meat during the pandemic, huh? 260.
Man, I did. I'm 210 now. I had to do a lot of work to drop back down.
Well, you did that work, didn't you?
Oh.
All right, now, what do? We assess,
So now we're gonna retest.
and then we retest, right?
Okay.
And we listen to what we feel or don't feel, hopefully.
Okay.
Let's check it out.
So we're here.
We're here, we're heels up, and then all we're doing is driving the knees down as we sit back, listening for what we feel. So initially, there was a range of motion that was painful, and now we're seeing if some of that pain was mitigated or subsided.
So I would say the pain at first was about a 90. And I would say now it's probably like a 30, 20, maybe less than 20. But I feel it warming up.
So the question is spending that 5-minute period doing what we just did prior to a skill session is going to do what?
It's gonna help. It's gonna help you be able to get in lower positions.
Which means now my skill work is a little bit more productive.
Right.
Because now, instead of me avoiding positions, I'm able actually to get into said positions because I'm afforded the freedom.
Exactly.
And that's why this type of work is important. Make sense?
Yeah. Because I mean, in college, if I had knee pain and stuff, like, it's gonna change my dribble and how I'm playing and practicing and stuff, because I'm not gonna be down here dribbling the ball. I'm gonna be up. And it's gonna cause problems on the court. So it's not productive for anybody. And it's like actually hurting myself if I just come in the gym and don't take the time to stretch. So this is why warming up is a huge key
100%.
to like all of this, you know?
Facts. Big facts.
Man.
Yep. And just simple strategies like that can make. And another thing is if you think about like just that, all right, so let's say that took 7 minutes.
Right.
And you keep inserting 7-minute periods into your routine every single day over the course of a year, what does that add up to? And that's
a lot of time. That
much time you're getting into investing and feeling better, which is gonna obviously equate to change.
Right.
And that's the goal.
And that was just a small like piece of it. Like, I didn't even do it for the whole time. And if I do it for the whole time, like, except for the reverse Nordic, I gotta kind of build up to that, because I know my quads and stuff are weak to that kind of motion. But building up to it, like, this definitely helps. Like, if you have knee pain, like those 2 exercises
100%.
right there, you should start with right away.
Yep.
Right away.
And all of that is available on the GBG apps platform.
GBG app. Like, I'm telling you, if your knees hurt and you don't sign up for this, but you go out there and spend $200 on shoes, then you are doing the wrong thing.
Facts.
This is gonna help you get your scholarship right now.
Facts.
Man.
What's the best ability?
Availability.
That part. All right, let's get to this work. You gonna show me some shit?